Fantastic. I'm really proud of everyone who's here. Before we get started, a few people have asked me to make breathing videos. Excuse me. That's what you're doing right now. To make food videos. I want to make it abundantly clear that I'm not a certified nutritionist. I don't. I've studied food a lot, mostly because when you struggle with eating stuff, you end up getting kind of interested in food. So that happens. And I do happen to have a lot of knowledge about food and different kinds of things. So if you would like me to make a video about food, I have a few people that have questions. Submit your questions in the comment section. You can email me, whatever. Food video coming soon. Today we're going to do our regular breathing. As well, we're going to add a technique called 3-part breathing, which is really just adding on to our establishing that proper breathing comes in through the nose, goes down to the belly, takes longer than that. You have to understand, guys, sometimes, and you exhale completely. Teaching breathing is sort of an art, especially when you're speaking. So being on this phone and not hearing you guys, like in a room, is it like for me to gauge it. So know that your count should be your count. So your inhale is a comfortable 3 or 4 today. That's your inhale. Just use my voice as a guide. Don't ignore me. Don't ignore me. And exhale all the air out. But sometimes when I'm speaking, as I'm guiding us through this, my exhale will be most likely my exhale will be compromised, right? So we're inhaling deeply through the nose, sending the air low to the belly. We're exhaling completely through the mouth. I'm not even going to touch Ujjayi Pranayama today. If you know what that word means and you're super comfortable with it, you can go ahead and rock your Ujjayi, okay? Otherwise, just inhale deep through the nose. Let the shoulders be relaxed. Let the belly expand. Exhale completely through the belly. Shoulders remain relaxed. Draw the belly in towards the spine. Copy? Copy. Okay, so let's begin. 2 minutes now. Relax your shoulders. Let your palms face up. That puts you in the field of receptivity. I am able and willing to receive super chats. And we're going to, for 2 minutes, try to move out of our mind and into our heart. Out of our mind, or out of external into internal, if you like that better. So let your face muscles relax. If there's noise around you, let it. Just let it. I like to, especially like today, like start to inhale, like to start. You can inhale and exhale like, ha! Don't be afraid to breathe loud in yoga. It is not embarrassing, it's advanced. Ha! I almost screamed into a pillow today. Different story. So let's relax our shoulders. Relax into the space that you're in. If you're in a chair, cool. If you're on your bed, fine. I want to point something out. There's no such thing as a straight spine. There's not a human that was ever born, or to my knowledge, unless they're, I was going to say geometrically engineered, genetically engineered, that can have a straight spine. Everyone's spine has a little curves. Some people have a lot of curves. So I'm very into purposeful movement is powerful movement. When you explain something to someone, not only are they much more likely to do it, they're interested. They want to. So when people say lies like, and have a straight spine, okay, bitch, nobody on the planet has a straight spine. Lengthen your spine. Lengthen up and out of your low body if you're sitting, and relax your shoulders. Let your spine be long. Feel length in your spine. Don't forget that your neck is an extension of your spine. So if we were anatomically respecting that, the chin would be slightly bowed. Right? Right. Okay. 2 minutes. Inhale deep and slow and low. See how low you can go. And exhale completely from the belly. And in these 2 minutes, there will be brain activity. You'll feel the mind waves, the brain waves start to settle down. Let all that happen. Thank you for the super chat. Mwah, mwah. I can't see who it is, but thank you. Bless you. Let all that be. Just remember right now, our job, we don't have any jobs, by the way, guys. Job in Hebrew translates to persecution. No one is persecuted in Sonar. So we are choosing to focus and concentrate on what we're choosing to focus and concentrate on. And what is that? Intentional deep inhales, making the belly expand. Cognizant and complete exhales, pulling the belly in towards the spine, sending all the air out. For the third, I think, and final time, 2 minutes begins now. Notice the sensations. Notice where your air starts, probably in your chest. Notice your ability to send it lower when you breathe in, and let it out from a lower place when you breathe out. So notice where you are now. You just inhale, see if the shoulders lift. Just notice, observe. Don't judge. Exhale all the air out. And as you're just watching and observing, send the air lower at a slower rate. When you pull the air in, when you're exhaling and you pull the belly in, excuse me, I shouldn't have said pull air in. Make sure you feel that action of the belly squeezing in towards the spine and all the air going out. Feel the earth beneath you support you. Feel air and love and light that is surrounding you, has always, will always surround you. Allow yourself to be grounded in the present moment. Keep breathing in deep and slow and low. Keep exhaling completely from the lowest place that you could go. Simply focusing on your inhales and exhales grounds you into the present moment. Allow yourself to dwell here, right now. There's nothing to think about, just everything to feel and breathe about. Continue to inhale deep through the nose. Send the air low, let the belly expand, let the side bodies expand, maybe even the upper hips, middle hips. And from all those places, exhaling, pulling all the air in. Now we're going to add a technique called 3-part breathing. So I would like you to put your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your chest to begin. The purpose of this is to confirm that the chest, well, you'll see. Right hand on the belly, left hand on the heart, okay? So we're gonna practice a technique that's just kind of adding to what we've been doing, right? The deep inhales through the nose, belly big, sending the air lower, the complete exhales through the mouth, making sure all the air is out. So to begin, we have the right hand on the belly, the left hand on the heart, chest, heart. I like it better. So inhale very slow and sure. Let the belly get big, send the air low. On your own time, exhale all that air out. Only you know when all the air is gone. One more like this, real relaxed and comfortable. Hi, Mitch. Only you know when you're exhaling and inhaling fully and completely, yes? Yes. Now, inhale, send the air to the belly first. So slowly, you're gonna feel under your right hand, your belly get big. Start to fill the rib cage. Fill the chest. Exhale from the chest. Empty the ribs. Empty the belly. Inhale, belly gets big. Ribs expand. Chest is full of oxygen. Shoulders remain soft. Exhale, chest. Ribs. Belly. Inhale, belly. Ribs. Chest. Exhale, chest. Ribs. Belly. Let's continue together. I like to close my eyes and focus on my third eye point, which is between and slightly above your eyebrows. So you're inhaling, filling the belly first. Then the ribs. Then the chest. Exhale, chest. Ribs. Belly. Inhale, belly. Ribs. Chest. Exhale, chest. Ribs. Belly. Let's continue. 3-part breathing. Inhale, expand the belly. Then the ribs. Then the chest. Shoulders stay soft, loosey-goosey. Exhale, chest. Ribs. Belly. All that squeezing in towards the spine. Sending you a force field of protection and love. Now you know 3-part breathing. So remember, it's the same thing that we usually do. That, by the way, my new rule, a couple people said, Ashley, how often should I breathe like this? Breathe in through your nose as often as you can remember. And out through your mouth. Or out through another option you might have. So remember, it's just what we're doing to stay healthy, to oxygen in our blood, to increase circulation, send oxygen to different organs in the body that don't get as much as they would like. He's moving the camera. My dog. And so the 3-part breathing is a really nice way to ground yourself, to enhance all of the aforementioned benefits. But it also, like this one Indian dude, he's, I said Patabi Joyce. No, I said Patanjali. He's Desikachar's son. He's Desikachar's son. You can find out who Desikachar is on your own, and I highly recommend that you do. He wrote a book called The Heart of Yoga. So this guy, it's amazing to me, these men that brought these billion-dollar industries to the West, especially specifically US, and are just sitting in huts in India, like as of 5 years ago, with like nothing. But they're still breathing. Anyway, that's a different video for a different time. I'm like, wait, Iyengar's daughter lives in like a mud. Okay, make it make sense. So, because you can't. He was talking, Desikachar's son, Desikachar. His book is right there. So he's like, he was very cute. He was talking about the 3-part breathing. It starts with a D in Sanskrit. It's like 2 words, D-S. And he said, I worry that if people don't focus, because we're taught so much, and it's smart in yogic breathing, to relax the shoulders, not to be breathing into the chest. By the way, when you get attacked, guess where your breath will be? Panic is in the chest. What is it, fight or flight? Fight is in the chest. That's where the breath will go. Fight or flight. Actually, both of those would be in the chest, I think. So you don't want to be in fight or flight, right? You want to be calm. You want the breath to be relaxed, to go down to the belly so it touches the vagus nerve, the only nerve that goes from your brain to your belly, that sends a message to your brain. We're chilling down here. 80% of information goes from the body to the brain about what's up with the body. How's the body doing? If you're chilling and you're able to breathe deep and your belly expands to touch the vagus nerve to send the message to your brain that you're good. I always think of cavemen, they sit around and they're like, chilling in a cave and breathing. I don't know why, but think about that. It's very different than what the messages your vagus nerve is sending you when they can't even, the vagus nerve cannot even feel your oxygen because you're not either able to breathe that deep because you're in fight or flight, right? Or you're not conscious or relaxed enough to breathe that big, right? I lost my train of thought on one thing I was going to say. Oh, so the cute Desikachar son said, I worry, Indian accent. I don't know why I always try to do accents. They always end up going Russian. I worry that people relax their shoulders too much and are not breathing enough into the chest. See, that did not sound Indian. So, because he said, he mentioned something important. When I do this, when I practice this technique myself, like it happened today, just now with us, something in my sacrum popped. Like when I sent the air lower, I'm a cracky person. People have different body types. But when I expand my belly and breathe into my low back, I get like a energetic release, like something popped in my low back in a good way. You see what I'm saying? So to recap, it's what we do anyway, right? Our proper breathing, which is inhaling through the nose, sending the air low to the belly, and exhaling completely through the mouth. We'll just say that to keep it simple, right? The 3-part breathing inhaling, same thing, through the nose to the belly, but intentionally expanding the belly, like for real, right? And then the ribs. Don't forget the side bodies on the way up or down, please. And then the chest. Exhaling from the chest, the air's coming out, pulling in the ribs, finally emptying the belly. I love you guys. I'm so proud of you. 13 out of 30. I can see the chat. Hold on. Let's see. My contact's a little bit funny. Hi, Angela. I love you. A little bit more than funny. It's kind of funny. Like, if you guys wear contacts, you have like this thing in your eye. It's like, John. Hi, Ashley. Take me to Vegas. Why would I take you to Vegas? First of all. Second of all, you don't know me very well. Vegas is the definition of a town that I would never want to hang out in. It's, I'm not an excessive person. It's excess drinking, excess eating, excess, what else happens in Vegas? I guess it stays in Vegas, right? Excess gambling. Not into gambling. I like went a couple times to Atlantic City with this dude and I was just like, you're so stupid. Give me that money. Vegas is an Andrew Tristan. Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought like they were going to be there. I was like, maybe I'd go. No, I'm just kidding. Respect Brother Hart and all. Yeah, Vegas is not my kind of place. So I don't know what you mean. Actually, it was funny. A friend of mine was like, because I've been to Vegas, but why did I go to Vegas? Because my friend's parents live there. It's apparently like one of the cheapest, highest growing place, whatever. The place they live, you would have no idea there was even a Vegas Strip. Okay, it's just like a nice house with a pool. Obviously, we went to the Strip or whatever, but before I went, when I had never gone, a man that knows me really well was like, Ashley, you would hate Vegas. It's literally the opposite of you. It's excess everything. I don't eat too much. I don't drink too much. I don't know. Maybe that's debatable. I don't smoke too much, I don't think. I don't know. It's very, and by the way, when we did go to Vegas, I forget what they kept fucking up on. I guess it was the hotel. The hotel kept making mistakes, whatever. But they give you drink tickets and food tickets. And it's like, I'm not hungry. And at that point, I wasn't even drinking alcohol. So I was like, and I have no use for these alcohol tickets. Can you just give me money? And it was like, oh, okay, fine. Here's some more food tickets. And you go to these buffets. I went to a couple of them. And I'm like, all right, can I sell these food tickets? So we go to the buffet. And it's just like, that was even more depressing. Because I think you guys know. Oh, so in the beginning, I said this. I want to throw it out again. I want to make, a couple people have asked me to make a food video. A couple people have asked me to make a food video. A couple people have asked me to make a food video. I'm not a nutritionist, but I do know a lot about food. So if you guys have questions, let me know in the comments. So as depressing as the Strip itself is, just for me, no shade to Skanks Fest, right? Chris McDonald. Chris Mack goes there every year for Skank Fest. And I always tell him he's like going to skank out. No shade, but it's just all these huge people putting so much food on their plate. It makes me like not hungry even, kind of. I feel so sad. And like it's just like, there's so much food. And I don't know if you guys know this. The fastest way, the most deleterious thing that you can do to your body is overeat. Your digestive system, the average colon is 12 feet long. Your digestive system uses so much energy, more than any other process in your body. To overeat, which most people don't realize is literally, like, I've been to a lot of nutritionists. One, I think this is a little, I don't know, you guys tell me what you think. I was like, okay, how much should I eat per meal? And she goes, this, your 2 fists. Your 2 fists are the size of your stomach. That's how much you should eat. Plot twist, your body also takes 20 minutes to send your brain the message that we're full. So people that eat fast, that's another thing. You're supposed to chew 30 bites, 30 times per bite. First of all, facilitating digestion, but also creating enzymes in your mouth that further facilitate digestion. Yeah, so John, we're not going to Vegas. Hard pass. Think of another city. Hi, Mark. Like Ojai or Carmel. I loved Carmel. You can take me to Carmel. Maybe we'll find Clint Eastwood this time. I'm trying to cut out sugar. It's only been a week so far. Good job, Angela. One thing about sugar, it's kind of misunderstood. Everything that is aspartate, like, I think this is pretty well known, but bears repeating. Splenda, Sweet and Low, Equal, all of those are worse than sugar can ever be. Okay, first. Second, I believe I'm not mistaken. Someone might know more than me. Please let me know. Brown sugar is better. But I think there's like, I tried this thing, Angela, a few years ago. I haven't seen it around, but I don't know if you guys have noticed, healthy things aren't that easy to find. Coconut sugar. Sugar made out of coconut. That's dope. My first thought was like just find a way to extract sugar from fruits, but there is coconut sugar. There's another, it's not a sugar substitute. It's just coming from a different source, right? But then there's like sugar in everything too. You have to like look at the sugar that they put. I was like, why is Trader Joe's sushi so amazing? They put sugar in it. Everything with sugar tastes better. Thoughts on cheese? So cheese, that's a great, yeah. So can you guys write all these in the comments, please? Helps the engagement. Also, I'll remember. Dairy in general, human beings are not, there's no species on the planet that drinks another animal's milk intended for that child, I'm gonna go hard. Veal is disgusting. So what happens with milk, the reason we have milk and cheese is that, I don't go hard often. Look guys, I'm gonna preamble this. I don't judge how people eat or what they do, but the whole veal thing is disgusting. I'm not sure I could date a guy that ate veal if they knew this. The more you know. So this is how you get veal, if you didn't know. The way you get veal is that a cow gets pregnant, a cow that's living in the most disgusting environment possible, stressful. They hear their friends die all the time. They get pregnant, probably by someone they didn't want to fuck, the cow. And they have a baby, which is probably something, I think genetically, we're all, all animals are programmed to want to protect and love their baby. Their baby is immediately taken away from them. Cows cry. Cows cry. They stomp on the stables. They hear their babies crying. And that's where you get milk. So the milk is coming out of, well, it doesn't stop there, the nightmare of all this. The milk that the cow's body prepared for the baby that's taken away from it and literally put in a box. That's why veal is so soft, because it's put in a box as a newborn thing, and it's just soft muscle because it never gets to grow. So the milk that comes out is meant for that baby that's in a box. The cow is distressed. The cow is upset. It's stuck in a very small situation with other cows that are distressed in a very small situation. And just to top it off, they put metal clanks on the nipples of the cows so more milk comes out. And that's why cows have to take antibiotics, because those metal clamps that give you more milk also infect the nipples of the cows and hence the milk. So cheese comes from milk, so it's all sad. I have had cheese in the last year. It makes me stuffed up. I read somewhere that milk Oh, tolerance of milk is not a, what was it? Tolerance of milk is not, oh, intolerance of milk is is genetically normal. Tolerance of milk is a genetic abnormality. I've heard it causes acne. I've heard it causes congestion. It stuffs up your nose. My mom used to say people that eat cheese are fat, but my mom would say that about a lot of things and a lot of people. But yeah, dairy is a disaster, and the animals that have to experience that stuff, yeah. You guys have no idea how emotional I will get about animals. So my thing about cheese is that, yeah, it is delicious, but there are amazing cheese substitutes. If you've never tried chow, let me see if I can write it. I'll put it CHAO, chow, CHAO. It's better than any cheese I've ever tasted, and I think it's almond based or nut based. If you're not allergic to nuts, there's so many amazing alternatives to cheese that are nut based. And then I think they're using peas for some of it, some different cheeses. And then there's nut-free, dairy-free cheese substitute. You know, it's like Daiya, Daiya is a good brand. Chow's my favorite, CHAO. If you can find that one, it's so freaking good. I have to go get it today, actually. You can just put it on anything or just eat it by itself. And it feels better. You know what I mean? I've learned a little bit about cheese lately, stuff I didn't really want to know. I didn't know that cheese is like milk that's aged. Like the age thing with cheese always spooked me out. Like I don't fuck with expiration dates. I don't really fuck with anything I've opened unless it was like 2 or 3 days ago. I'm not joking. Especially vegetable, like it's just not alive anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. And you have to consider what things have a long shelf life. Long shelf life started from World War II, I think. We need to have this food to last forever. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need that anymore. We should all be growing our own food, straight up. I wish I lived on a farm and was growing my own food, but I'll get there, right? But cheese is like this, I don't even know how we all digest it, actually. It's like aged, and I don't know, I have so many questions. How sanitary are the aging areas? Who are we trusting to make sure everything's clean in there? I just found out about whey protein. Do you guys know what whey protein is? Whey protein is the shit from the milk, which is probably a mixture of the pus that comes out of their metal clanks on their nipples, and they dry it up, and there's your whey protein. They didn't know what to do with it for years. How about not give it to people and animals, assholes? How about that? All right, guys, love you. Thank you for being here. I'm really proud of you. I'm going to try to do a red bar tonight, but doing 2 lives in one day has proved to be a little challenging with my schedule right now. And I hope no one missed 12 today because it happened. Mitch, did you see it? It happened. It's on video. I didn't do it live. Okay. Bye, guys. Oh, that's not it.